Welcome guys to Soul Lit with Latara and Treese. I'm not going to be digging into the remaining 4 chakras today. I really want to talk about unpacking briefly. It'll relate to the last video that I did do about the chakras, your root sacral and your solar plexus. This weekend I had a release of my own. I was working through some things that I still didn't realize I was holding on to, which is just confirmation that me doing these videos and me sharing my experience and my knowledge with you guys is also healing me just the same way that it's healing you. And we are truly a collective, and when one heals, we all heal. It's an opportunity for us to do the deeper digging. It is beneficial for us all. Right now is a major time of manifestation. The universe wants to give us our dreams. Like the connection to the universe, the connection to the spirit world is so strong right now. We are going through some major shifts, and so it's super important for us to use this time wisely. And in the past couple of days, in the past couple of weeks, quite honestly, I've been doing a sense of purging, like getting rid of things, people, places, thought patterns, characteristics that no longer serve me, and also understanding why I may have had that thought pattern, that characteristic, why I was in that situation or dealing with that person or in that place in the beginning. So it could help me to release the need to continue that cycle. It was really beneficial for me. One of the biggest things that I've always felt like I'd grown from, or that I moved on from, was my childhood trauma. And we all have it, right? So I'm no different than anyone else. I can be so vulnerable in this space and share with you guys that I'm healing just the same way that I'm encouraging you guys to heal as well. But I've had some trauma related to my father that I hadn't quite dealt with. It didn't matter how much I told myself, okay, I'm over that, I've forgiven this person, it's over, I'm not a child anymore, it's in the past. Truth of the matter is that it was affecting the way I dealt with my relationships now, and I created certain survival modes or survival characteristics in order for me to navigate up until this point. But I don't need those things anymore. You know, I don't need that characteristic or that thought pattern anymore. This weekend I had the opportunity to address those things with myself, to sit alone in a space and think about it, and also allow myself that opportunity to sit in it alone and think about it. Because I think a lot of times we want to be so busy so we don't have to focus on ourselves. We create distractions by doing other things. I've actually been spending a lot of time alone just to make sure that I give myself the opportunity to heal, because with the universe and God being in a space of giving right now, which I'm not saying that they're not always giving, but with it being so prevalent right now, I wanted to make sure that I do all of my unpacking so I can receive. Think about it. If your hands are completely full, do you have the space to receive? And when you do not unpack, when you do not heal, when you do not allow yourself to go through something, or to recognize that you have this feeling, or to experience that emotion, and also understand why you needed to have that emotion or what triggered that emotion in the first place, you release yourself from that trauma. You release yourself from that bind of darkness, basically, and it leaves a space, right? And the universe doesn't believe in empty spaces. It has to fill it. So being that right now, if the universe is giving miracles, I want the universe to give me all my miracles. I want the universe to give me all my miracles. So it's important for me to purge. It's important for me to release anything that's no longer serving me. And it's the same for you as well. Do it now, because this shift is happening so fast. Not to mention the year 2020 is 2 months away from here. Think about that. Are you truly prepared to receive all that you're asking for? How can you receive all that you're asking for if you haven't healed what you have now? T.D. Jakes' video, How to Live a Focused Life, that's what it's called. I want you guys to, whenever you get an opportunity, go look that video up. And what he's speaking about is all the things that you're asking God to give you, your wildest dreams, right? All your wildest dreams. Are you truly prepared to receive that? Have you did the work? Do you feel like when that miracle shows up, when that wildest dream shows up, that you are truly going to be able to handle that load, right? So if you're not, be honest with yourself. Do the unpacking right now. It's a meme on Instagram. And I used to think it was really, really funny. And this lady, she's stepping into the new year and she has this bag on her back of all these lessons that she learned from the year prior. That is the same thing. We do not want to be that lady. I know that that picture is celebrated out there in the universe, but the way I seen that meme was that, yeah, she was maybe taking her lessons with her, but she was also carrying a bag full of all of her past traumas. So it's not to say that we don't want to take our lessons with us. It's not to say that we don't want to take what we've learned into the future, but it is to say that you can't take that bag. You cannot take that bag with you. You have to go into your new season open to receive. And by being open, that means that that bag has to be empty. So unpack, make sure that you do the work. Do not be afraid to stare your demons in the face and say, hey, I acknowledge you, I recognize you, and I no longer need you. I love you. I love you for what you served for me. I love you for why you were needed. Thank you for helping me to survive. I forgive you for how I may have allowed you to manifest into something greater than what I expected you to be, but your time is over now. And release that, right? That's truly what shadow work is. So release that. And when you release that, you're going to be receiving. Oh my God, you're going to receive so much. I'll give you guys a tangible example. I'm in a yoga class right now for certification, and I told you guys over the past weekend, I did a lot of purging. I did a lot of emotional shadow work for my inner child. When I say inner child, this truly represents my childhood traumas. And that was a lot of crying, a lot of releasing, and all this other stuff. But I went to yoga class the next day. I felt kind of drained just from what I dealt with the night before. You know, when you cry so hard sometimes, the next morning you get up, your eyes feel puffy, your face feels swollen, you feel like you don't have energy, but somewhere in you, you feel better. Somewhere in you, you feel this release. So that was my feeling. One of my classmates gave me a book. In that moment, I understood that the reason why this manifested so quickly is because I'd released. So I was open to receive. And this was the universe saying, good job for your work. And see how quickly I work when you do your part. Because in faith without works is dead, right? Again, doing that shadow work is work. Work does not only encompass the physical labor, it's also a spiritual labor. So I got this book and I wanted to cry, you know, and her name is Frances. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much, Frances. I appreciate this, and I thank the universe for this, and I'm open to receiving. I felt so liberated. It was just that quick. The universe was like, you released something, so let me feel that with something. You know, you release this darkness, you release this feeling of unloved, so let me show you that you are loved. It's so real. It's so real, guys. And I want you guys to experience that same thing. I know you may be thinking it's a book. Stuff like that happens coincidentally all the time. Listen, miracles happen every day. And if you are not present enough to know and experience them, you will miss out on them. And the only way that you will truly align yourself to continue to see and acknowledge a miracle is to truly acknowledge a miracle. It's an attraction vibe. So it's kind of like whenever you say, ooh, I like that red car. And then now you're constantly seeing red cars, okay? By me acknowledging that as a gift of love, I acknowledge to the universe that I want to receive more. So now I'm waiting on all my love. Now I'm waiting on all my love. And it's coming. And it's coming, right? And I'm open to receiving it because I am doing the work. So I encourage you to do the work. I encourage you to get deep. I encourage you to dig a little deeper into your mental space, into your heart space, into your soul space, and do what you know you need to do, because 9 times out of 10 you already know what you should be doing. That was my message for us today. I just kind of wanted to give you guys some encouragement and say, hey, do the work right now. It's an unpacking moment. We cannot take this shit with us into the new year, and it's manifestation season. It's October. It's my birthday month. So you gotta do the work. That's the only way you're gonna be able to see the fruits of your labor. I encourage you guys to do that. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram at latara.antrese. You can also follow me on Facebook at Latara Jackson. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and continue to come back. If this message feels good to you and it resonates with you, I want you to share this. Have the act of giving. Give the act of love. Become a gifter of love, and you will in turn receive that back. So that's my encouragement for you guys today. I hope you're having an amazing week, and I hope you have an amazing day, and you continue to do the work.